Hello and welcome back to another Epic 7 video where today we're going to be talking about some of the things that Smilegate has done recently. So they announced this Awaken Potential stuff where they're going to add more stats to old units, and one of them is Closer Charles because of course ML5s definitely need more stats, woohoo. And then, you know, they showed that you need imprints to unlock new mechanics to your unit. Crow would have had, what, a 56% base effect resistance. He would have had Escort, and the barrier on his S3 would have been improved, which is a really big change when you think about it. He would have the highest base defense in the game, and the second highest base health in the game. People complained about two things. One, the stats being a little overkill, and the second part being that we don't want key mechanics to be locked behind imprints because they keep pushing this pay-to-win thing, kind of like King's Raid and other games where just some changes changed the entire climate of the game. Free-to-play units could no longer compete, so they left, and your whales, dolphins, leviathans noticed that as long as the other players spent more, there is no way to win, so they just also stopped playing the game. And that's the damn leviathans, the people who should be on the top. You know, I guess you really are crushed by the weight you can't devour, but it's not an Arknights video. Anyways, so I think that after the community gave them feedback and suggestions, they said, okay, we will adjust the system. We will not give it to future units, because of course, if they give it to future units, they might release a bad unit intentionally, and that you have to roll multiple of this unit in order to make it a good unit. Or it's the other way around. They release an already good unit, they release an already good unit, and then you imprint them to make them OP. Just imagine Arbiter Vildred, where you need 6 Vildreds in order to make him revive 5 times. Or imagine if Lua just needed 2 imprints and she starts with stealth. That would be insane, wouldn't it? So yeah, big oopsie. I think the guy responsible for this update realized, hey, if we're pulling away this imprint system, doesn't that mean we make no money? And as soon as they realize they make no money, they just cancel the entire thing properly. And if you think, hey, Forever Life, you're being negative, no way money is involved in this, well, you need to look at the recent event they made, the summer event, Luluka event, when they tried to pull this imprint bullcrap on us for the first time. We got so mad because it was rigged beyond rigged. You could not farm Lethe without Luluka, or you would have had some insane gear. So yeah, Smilegate went back on the Luluka thing, and here they just jabbed an old wound, you know? They reopened the same wound again. And I understand people are saying, hey, at least Smilegate pulled away that system. At least they cancelled that system. At least they're giving us a RGB5 selector, and they're giving us 20 leaves. Well, one thing you need to pay attention to. I don't think the ML5 ticket is a coincidence. It must have been timed. They must have hyped the players. It's basically good news, bad news. They gave you good news, and then they gave you bad news. So I think had they not announced an ML5 selector, oh boy, the players would be so mad. And yeah, just as long as there's no money to be made, I doubt Epic 7 will ever improve their systems. But yeah, I think this system would have fixed a lot of 3 stars, fixed a lot of 4 stars. We all know that it's not just the effects that make 3 stars or 4 stars unplayable. Sometimes it literally is a base stat problem. A game that does this often is Fire Emblem Heroes, where your Generation 1, Generation 2 units cannot compete with your Generation 5, Generation 6 units because they have a over 30 base stat difference. A new unit could have 10 more attack, 10 more defense, 7 more resistance, more speed, just way more speed. And that's not even accounting for the bonus effects. Old units in Fire Emblem Heroes, you could literally read their first skills in like 2-3 lines max, and in the later years it's become 6 lines, 20 lines, and that's just one skill or one weapon. So when you factor in all the other slots, oh boy, does it become a nightmare. And another game guilty of this is Sword Art Online. The power creep just went insane, and I don't think I need to continue anymore. So I think this is an opportunity for Smilegate. I don't think giving 20 leaves and giving a RGB5 selector is the only reward they should give out. I think they should have been like, hey, we want to work on a system that actually improves old units. Something that I need to point out is that balance patches seem to ignite the most talk in this community. Once they announce a balance patch, people talk about it, and then when the changes hit the live servers, you know, so many people compare old against the new, or they try to see, does this unit now counter this other unit? For example, when Doom Bunny got buffed, is she now really OP against Conqueror Lilius? Is she actually better against Lua? Etc, etc. So another change would be Mort, when they buffed his S3 to do more injury. This is before they made his S2 a 100%. Even though Mort was still pretty bad, you know, people were just happy to see Mort changed. They were happy to see their favorite unit buffed. They were happy to see that this unit is finally getting more recognition, more videos, etc, 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 etc. So yeah, I think Smilegate can do a very simple fix, which is adjusting their system. I think one of the reasons they said they want to adjust this system is because some awakenings are more favorable than others. Well, if the problem is the awakening system itself, adjust it, change it. Why does either have an attack percent awakening? Why does Hwa-Young have a health percent awakening? Why does Irvelin have a health percent awakening? It makes no sense. So yeah, just revamp it, say, okay, the constellation will just tell you which materials you need, but every unit has their own unique awakenings. You know, one thing that I've always been salty about is that Earth Izeria has a very OP multiplier on her S1, S3, but, you know, she just has effectiveness awakenings and her self-imprint is awakening. The same can be said about Fire Lidica. I want to use her as a debuffer, but she has 5 attack percent awakenings. Can I change that? No, of course I can't. Well, it is what it is. Anyways, I think they should just fix the awakening system instead of adding level 70s entirely. They've done it in the past with Soul Weavers. They added more stats to them, and it worked. People liked the Soul Weaver changes because all in all, they got more stats, or their stats were distributed more fairly. And instead of having weird attack percent awakenings, they had proper health awakenings. Defense awakenings, effect resistance awakenings. You can search up that change because they changed it for every Soul Weaver, not just 1 or 2 Soul Weavers. So I definitely think if they revamp that system, actually give Hwa-Young, you know, change her health awakening to attack percent, change Irvelin's health percent to attack percent, you know, you maybe give the players the liberty to choose, hey, do you want a health percent awakening or do you want an attack percent awakening? Or for example, do you want a effect resistance awakening, or would you rather take a speed awakening? Of course, don't make this for every unit because everyone would just go speed, speed, speed. We don't want a Ron going 150 speed, otherwise that would be just insane. But like, let's look at K-Ron. Why does that man have 129 speed? Most people play him counter with 0 speed. So again, with K-Ron, his stats are literally against him. Just remove this or make it so that it's optional. Hey, if you don't want the speed stat awakening, you can take crit damage or crit chance. I think that would help K-Ron a lot. But that's just an opinion. Anyways, thank you for watching. I said what I wanted to say. Tell me what you think, because I don't know, I don't play the PvP of this game anymore. I'll probably be back when they announce the end of season, but that's about it. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.